Hello, everyone. Welcome to the School of Personal Development. My name is Olumide Akinriola. A big shout out and a big thank you to people who have listened and watched the first video of this school. Your comments are very valuable. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the inspiration. And it is my earnest desire that we will all learn together. One of the ways we can learn together is to make sure we keep sharing this content to others so that you have quality people around you so that we all improve and develop. Today I'm going to look at one key enemy of personal development. Of course, there are many enemies. So this will be the first part to this topic. Enemies come in different shapes and sizes. They are usually armed and they are ready to bring anyone down, great or small. Now, the concept of enemy is something we are used to in the part of Africa where we can't be excessively superstitious. So I know that when I use the word enemy, a lot of us is something people can relate with. So today I'm going to consider one of the greatest enemies you must deal with on your journey to personal development. But first, I'll tell you a story. This story is about a man called Stamatis Moraitis. Stamatis was a Greek war veteran. He lived in the United States, but unfortunately he was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, and he was told he only had 9 months to live. Of course, the doctors tried. They gave him intensive treatment for months, but after a while, they told him they could not assure the fact that they could save his life. So he told himself the best thing he could do is to stop wasting his money on treatment, and he decided to move back with his wife to Ikaria, a Greek island where he believed that he would be buried with his ancestors. He and his wife moved into a small house with a vineyard and where his elderly parents lived. So he was able to reconnect with his friends, his faith, and he went back to the church he attended before he started going to war. Interestingly, his friends came around and they started giving him companionship. They brought bottles of wine, books, and board games to entertain him and to keep him company. He spent time planting vegetables in the garden. He enjoyed the sunshine. He enjoyed the salty air, and he relished his love for his wife. 6 months passed, and not only is the fact that he did not die, he actually started feeling better. He started working on the vineyard. He spent time on the garden. He played dominoes with his friends. He took naps in the afternoon. Rarely did he look at his watch. In fact, he spent more time outdoors. After about 25 years that he was given that diagnosis, Stamatis went back to the United States to ask the doctors exactly what happened, because they had diagnosed him of a terminal disease and they said he was only going to live for 9 months. But here we have 25 years later, he was hale and healthy. When he got back to the United States to see his doctors, all of them had died. He lived up to 102 years of age. That means he died at age 102. One of the enemies of your personal development is not out there. In fact, a good number of the enemies of your personal development may not be out there. But the one I'm going to discuss today is simply the state of your mind. The human mind is located in the brain, and we all know that the brain is responsible for coordinating the functioning of other systems in the body. Now, how powerful can the human mind be? Like I said, when I was in secondary school, I really didn't love biology. But nowadays, the part of biology I'm learning is one that's really profiting me. And that's what the School of Development is all about. It is to offer you profitable knowledge. At this point, if you love this content and you love the previous ones, Go back and like the previous ones, share them with family and friends, and let's continue. Now, how powerful can the human mind be? Well, I'll answer that question by asking you a question. Have you ever been so worried, so full of anxiety, that you suddenly became sick? Now, this sickness is not because you were infected with malaria parasite, but because of the state of your mind. Scientists call this type of sickness psychosomatic sickness. Now, psychosomatic is made up of two words, psycho and somatic, which means the connection between the mind and the body. Another question would be to ask you that, have you been sick at some point, right? And someone came visiting you, and when you saw the person elevated your spirit. You felt very, very happy. You even felt as if you had recuperated. That is the power of the mind. That tells you exactly the power the mind has. Out of your mind flows your thoughts, your will, your beliefs, your desires, your emotions, and even your intentions. You are basically going to attract whatever is dominant in your mind, be it positive or otherwise. Now, I love this quote. Now, that quote was also made by Jim Rohn. I love Jim Rohn's video. Jim Rohn is late now, but I have learned so much from Jim Rohn. You can check out Jim Rohn's videos and books. Okay? Now, although he said, don't send your ducks to Eagle School, because no matter how good that school is, the school won't help the ducks to become an eagle. But let me now paraphrase and phrase it in a different way. Don't send your eagles to duck school, no matter how great that school is. The best school for raising ducks will never be a good environment to raise eagles. What that means in relation to this topic is that your mind is so powerful that when you expose your mind to stuffs and to the wrong environment that would pollute your mind, it will slow down your journey to becoming great in life. That's why I will be honest with you, there are certain movies I don't watch. There are certain songs I don't listen to. Because I have learned that for you to be effective, you have to be selective. You just have to be selective of certain things you think of, certain things that flow through your mind. Today, I challenge you to start investing in your mind. No one but you has the ultimate control over your mind. People can treat you badly, but you can choose not to let that treatment poison you. It is also possible people treat you so well, and yet your mind is full of insecurities that you still don't feel safe. You and only you alone have the power to determine the state of your mind. Feed your mind with good things, with pleasant stuffs, and it will heal other parts of your body and make you become so great. You can't brood your mind over poverty stuffs and expect yourself to be rich. You can't brood your mind over hatred and expect yourself to love people unconditionally. Lastly, a lot of people pray to God for miracles, yet when they get up their knees, their state of mind goes in opposite direction to their prayers. You can't pray to God as His child while your mind still feels you are a slave. Guard your mind seriously if you truly want to conquer the enemies of your personal development. I hope this content blesses your heart today. If so, please leave comments in the comment section, all right? And tell yourself, I will watch the stuffs that my mind think of. Share this content with your friend and see you in the next class. Bye-bye.